This is a review of a novel, An Underhand Affair. It is about the rape of a lovely Dalit girl, Nirmala, sexy with a come hitherto look. But she was living in a Muslim neighborhood and she was raped by Muslims. Nirmala, who was the eldest daughter of the Hindu ayah Sumitrabai, lived in the house of the richest Nawab of Junagadh in Faridabad pre-partition. He was called Chota Nawab of Junagadh and lived in a haveli in the local forest. Junagadh was a rich entrepôt for exports from all of Gujarat for North India and whole of the region. Chota Nawab bribed the British with jewels to reduce taxes. Faridabad had a masjid, and the Nawab was a very good man who used to distribute money, host feasts for Muslims at the mosque, and would equally celebrate Hindu festivals at the mandir with jubilation. He was a good man. Daya was the only Hindu employee, and therefore she and Nirmala, who looked after a younger brother, ate separately with Aya's father-in-law, a retired postman, who loved Nirmala. Nirmala's father was a coolie at the Faridabad railway station. He became drunk often and had a woman nearby, but when he came to visit, he made love to his wife. Nirmala was shocked by seeing her parents in bed making love. The novel has the description. So, those days, Hindus and Muslims lived in harmony in India. Pre-British, the Nawab bought jewels from Agra, gave it to the collector's wife, and reduced the taxes. But he married his second wife, Noor Jahan, and he put his first wife as Badi Begum in the Barsati. He bought a small modest car and employed a Muslim driver with a bad past. Nirmala, beautiful, intelligent. The coolie, her father, at the Junagadh Faridabad railway station. Nirmala was the best student and the girls loved her in the Faridabad convent. She learnt English, Hindi, and Urdu and danced and celebrated Eid and Diwali equally with all the Muslim girls. Nirmala walked through a lonely forest to board a rickshaw with the other girls to the convent. She was well liked by the nuns and was the best student in her class. She gave her clothes, she was given clothes and a stipend. One day she was accosted by two ruffians. She recognized one as the Nawab's driver. They then injured her, raped her, gagged her, leaving her in the forest, and when they were finished, threw money at her, calling her a Randi. Driver and his colleague. They called her a Randi, threw money at her, and said not to report to her mother would lose a job. She goes into deep, very deep TSD depression. The nuns make her abort and enroll her in the Merit convent, and she lives with roommate Shanti, lesbian, but does not allow contact. One day, she's caught in the Quit India movement. But before that, she has acted as Shakuntala in the Kalidasa's epic play. If you don't know it, we'll go through it quickly. Shakuntala and Nirmala act Dushant as Shanti, and they meet in Kanwa's hermitage. Dushant encounters Shakuntala while Shakuntala is tending plants and radiating beauty. It is love at first sight. The secret marriage follows. Dushant and Shakuntala exchange vows in the forest. He gives her his royal ring as a token, with sacred fire burning. Sage Durvasa arrives. Shakuntala is lost in thoughts of love, not greeting the sage, who pronounces his curse. Shakuntala, visibly pregnant, goes to Dushant on his throne. Looking confused, he rejects her. She has locked the ring in the river. The recognition. A fisherman presenting recovered royal ring makes Dushant to suddenly remember and in anguish she sends for Shakuntala, and this is their reunion, marriage, and celebrations. But then later she's caught in the Quit India movement and she's taken to the Tihar jail. While she was in Tihar jail, Professor Hudson from Cambridge and his wife, also from Cambridge, she was the superintendent, taught her tennis and taught her English and looked after the girls for a few years. They refused to apologize, but luckily the jail head, Professor Hudson, looked after them. Partition came, and Nirmala's family went to Pakistan. Professor Hudson got her a job and became a nurse at Lady Harding, and she became the head nurse, but with no one to marry. Former Navy sailor Unni from Kerala, who was in the 1946 Navy mutiny and was boarded out of service, went into the Merchant Navy. He got a job in the Indian High Commission in London and the Telephone Exchange and became a spy for MI6. He earned a lot of money, lived with the RIN Royal Indian Navy widow, provided her 6 in London. She died lonely, leaving a big will for him. Nurse Nirmala carried on with the British headdress who loved her. Shanti, the lesbian, married Prince Pratap of Murid, but when privy persons were removed, they went into penury and lesbian Shanti committed suicide. It made Nirmala very, very sad because she was the only girl she knew. Only went to the lawyers in London and read the will. He was a rich man. He decided to go back to India. He came to the Lady Harding College Hospital canteen and he met Nirmala. Love at first sight. Paharganj, where he stayed near Lady Harding College, they two went out together many times and decided that they will exchange garlands and get married like Shakuntala and Dushyant had done. The wedding is Surandkand with just garlands. Love in the 50s. Unni, the mutineer MI6 spy and who lived with late RN officer's widow, her paying guest and lover, was now with Nirmala. At Surajkand, they spent hours together, living a happy life and what is called love, even at any age, with the duck and the duck next to them. Author Ranjit Rai, part true, part imagination.